Leadership starts with you becoming a role model and leading by example, at home, work, and in the community. Let me tell you a story, not about a celebrity or a billionaire, but about an ordinary man named Marcus Hill who became a quiet leader in the most powerful way, by showing up. Marcus was a middle-aged mechanic in a small town in Ohio. He never went to college, never ran a business, and he definitely didn't have thousands of followers on social media. But everyone in his town knew his name. Why? Because Marcus led by example. He believed in three things: show up, stay humble, help others. And he lived by those words every single day. At home, Marcus was a single father raising two children after his wife passed away in a car accident. Life didn't hand him comfort. It handed him chaos. He could have let pain harden him, but instead, he chose to be present. He woke up every morning at 5 a.m., packed lunches for his kids, made them breakfast, and drove them to school before heading to the garage where he worked. He didn't just tell his kids to be strong, he showed them what strength looked like. He didn't tell them to never give up, he proved it through action. And when they complained about homework or life being hard, he never gave speeches. He just smiled and said, "Keep going." That's what leaders do. That simple sentence stuck. At work at the garage, Marcus wasn't the manager or the owner. He didn't wear a suit. But when the boss was late, Marcus opened up early. When new guys showed up, nervous and unsure, Marcus was the one who trained them. Not because he had to, but because he wanted to. He didn't complain when things were hard. He just rolled up his sleeves and got to work. And slowly the rest of the team started to notice. They started to follow his rhythm. Not because he gave orders, but because his work ethic spoke louder than any command. He wasn't chasing titles. He was building trust. And leadership isn't about position, it's about influence. In the community, but Marcus's impact didn't stop at home or work. One winter, a heavy snowstorm hit town. Roads were blocked, stores closed, and people were stuck in their homes. Marcus grabbed his shovel and snowblower and started clearing sidewalks. Not just his, but his neighbors. Elderly people, single moms, strangers. Someone asked him, "Why do you do all this, Marcus?" He smiled and said, "Because someone has to go first." That became a sort of motto for the town. Someone has to go first. And more people started doing little acts of service, helping each other, looking out for one another. Not because they were told to, but because they saw him doing it. The ripple effect. Years later, his kids grew up. One became a school teacher, the other a firefighter. Both of them still tell people that the greatest leader they ever knew never gave a speech, never held a mic, and never stood on a stage. He just lived with integrity, served others, and never stopped showing up. You see, leadership isn't about being the loudest in the room. It's about being the one who keeps going when no one's watching. It's about being consistent, compassionate, and courageous, even when it's inconvenient. And most importantly, leadership is not waiting for someone else to change the world. It's realizing that the change starts with you. Takeaway. You don't need a title to be a leader. You don't need a big platform or a perfect life. All you need is the courage to be the example. At home, at work, in your community. So the next time you feel like you're not qualified to lead, remember Marcus Hill. He wasn't trying to be a leader. He was just trying to be a good man. And that was more than enough.